When it comes to haunted places, we've heard hospitals, cemeteries, houses, but a nail salon? Well, the user writes, it started with us hearing talking coming from the laundry room / lunchroom. When you open the door, there was nobody inside. Other times, when we go into the laundry room / lunchroom for a quick break, as soon as you open the door to enter, you would hear the dryer door slam shut. One night, my 2 workers were working late. They heard glass shatter on the towel room from the laundry / lunchroom. They served champagne there, so the glass somehow got out of the sink and shattered itself on the floor. Because they were trying to hurry with their clients, they didn't think anything of it and swept it up and went back to work. A few days later, in broad daylight, another champagne glass somehow got itself out of the dish rack and into the sink where it shattered. A worker cleaned it up and said, "That's weird. How did that happen?" The worker then mentioned about the previous incident of the champagne glass. They were told to be careful because we can't keep replacing the glass because it wasn't put away carefully. But we believe it was something or someone else doing it. A week later, they came into work, and the facial person's room had a footprint on what looks like a boot on her white sheet. It was bigger than any of our feet. The workers got spooked and they called in someone that goes to church to come and bless the salon and read her Bible in that room. Now, that Bible is open and a bookmark is placed on the scripture that was read in that room. The last incident was with a co-worker's phone. She had her phone on a phone stand on her desk. Towards the end of her shift, she couldn't find her phone. She had one of her other manicurists call her phone, but the phone was on silent, so we couldn't hear it nor find it. They got annoyed and went to go pull the recording on her phone to see if someone had stolen her phone, but nobody took it. What we saw instead was her phone jumped, wiggled itself off of the phone stand, dropped on her desk, then slid in between the 2 desks and got lodged in between the 2 small desk space. We were like, what the hell? There's no way that happened naturally. I've never seen a phone do that. It probably did that because we called it so many times and that vibration did that, moved the phone the way it did between the 2 desks. We said, well, let's do a Mythbuster. Put her phone back on the stand and we all take turns calling and texting to see if it moved like that again. Another person was like, that's stupid. There's no need. We all believe there's other energies in the salon. What do you think? LOL. The end. Wow. And of course, they wanted to remain anonymous, so I would never say that place or tell their business, you know? But drop down a comment, let me know what you guys think about that. If you found out that a nail salon is haunted, would you ever go get your nails done and see if it is true? And also, wouldn't you want to sit down and talk to the nail person and be like, hey, I heard it's haunted. Tell me some stories while you're getting your nails done. Off topic. I feel like when spirits do these things to you, they're either trying to play with you, mess with you, get you riled up. I've heard people tell me that some spirits turn off the light for them. There are spirits who like mess with the TV to turn it on and off. And I do believe. But drop down a comment, let me know what you guys think about that. And do you believe that the nail salon here in Fresno, California is allegedly haunted? Or was this just another story or some natural way that all this happened and it was just all in their mind? Here's another story from Fresno, the Hmong Funeral Home on C Street. I was attending at the funeral home for one of my family members had passed away. The owner herself told this story to my mom and I. She said the young couple that had passed away early 2000s, their reason of passing was due to suicide because neither parents agreed to have them marry to each other, and so they poisoned each other. The boyfriend's funeral was somewhere else, where the girlfriend funeral is located at C Street. To the owner's knowledge, to the family prepared for the funeral visit, the couple died not almost a week. And they already planned the funeral. The lady said it was the first day of the funeral and no one was there yet. She was preparing and cleaned the home early in the morning. They brought the girlfriend's corpse to the main hall, and 3 or 4 family members was present, but they all left outside or went somewhere else. She didn't realize she was alone in the main hall with the corpse just mopping the floor. Parentheses. The corpse did not have a casket or yet any one of her family to dress her, so she was placed in the middle of the floor with a wooden board to keep the body off the floor. Parentheses. Within 30 minutes or 1 hour of her constantly cleaning, she noticed on the side of her eyes the corpse was gone. She turned to look closer, for the corpse is indeed gone, but no one entered the main room. As she finished up her cleaning, she saw the footprints from where the corpse was. Oh, hell no. As her mind wandered off, she thinking the corpse woke up and walked away, but to her, that's impossible. In her head, she's thinking her family must have took the body to dress her. She went to mop the floor, where she saw the corpse walking out from the stall, asking her where's her boyfriend. The lady said she told her the boyfriend died. She went to mop the bathroom. She saw the corpse walking out from the stall, asking her where is her boyfriend. The lady said she told her her boyfriend died and that she did too. Today is the first day of her funeral. She must move on so she can find peace. The girl cried and walked out. As soon as the lady was done mopping, she saw the corpse back in the hall as nothing happened. She left to look for her family and told them what she witnessed. For whoever is sending her off, that the girl was very confused. The funeral was cut to a day and a half. Thank you, Mai, for the story. What? Girl, that girl has unfinished business. So, back to the spirit world. When spirits have unfinished business, they will be wandering around earthly bound until they are ready to go. I believe that people who are able to see spirits can contact them and send them off. I think they're called crossover into the light. But drop down a comment if you guys believe in that. I don't know. We're going to be reading people's comments and their personal experience of what they witnessed here. I'll go first. Dog Lady Lulu. I was there one evening, late in the evening. We knocked at the mansion's door. A woman in white dress looked through curtains. We looked at her. She disappeared, nowhere to be seen, through the see-through curtains. Her dress was very antique. We also heard screams as if a couple was fighting and arguing. Why does everybody always talk about the lady in white?
That's what I say.
So what do you think about that?
I believe it's true.
I believe it's true too. Last time when we went there, like a couple of weeks ago, before we planned the tour and tonight, we came to like take pictures and videos of the place, and the light turned on us. I remember I said hello, and the light said bling, and I was like, huh? Do you think houses are able to talk to people? They can't speak, but they can do like make signs.
Either that or maybe somebody or something, controlling the house pretty much.
Like that movie, House on Haunted Hill?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's a sign to move to the next comment. This user writes, there used to be a sign at the entrance that would tell you how many people had drowned in the lake. Last time I saw it, it was like around 34, and this was in the early 90s or maybe late 80s. I have a friend who took some photos at the lake near the swimming area early 2000s, and one day she showed them to me, and she showed me one where you can see a little girl in an old late 1800s clothing. She looked around 9 or 10, was transparent, and had this smile on her face that looked almost evil. It was late in the evening and they were getting ready to go home when they took the photos. Okay, first of all, there was a sign at Avocado Lake that said how many people had passed away. I did not know this. Did you guys know that Avocado Lake had a sign that stated how many people had drowned in there in the water at Avocado Lake? And then for two, they took a picture and caught an image of a ghost little girl. I would love to see the image. So if you're watching, drop down a comment, let me know, or send it to me at my email. Again, everything we talk about will be linked in the description box below. So don't forget to check that out as well. And also the playlist of the WitchDarkTales podcast.
Hello, want to stay anonymous, but in the street is definitely something people should look into. There has been many deaths in the street due to being a freeway in the past. Me and my family were driving one night right by the Sierra Vista Clinic, and a figure ran past in front of the car. And down the street there was a cross where someone passed away. Neighbor also stated that an old man will walk in the nighttime down the street. Don't know how true it is, but definitely eerie. There's also a cemetery more down past Easton. We figure in the fog time will be seen pass in front of cars or lights flickering. Definitely something investigators should look into. I always felt like there is more to the streets. And then here's another part that she also wrote. Yes, the house right next door, which is occupied right now, is all haunted. It has views from the cemetery. Figures walk in front of cars, especially in the fog time, and lights turn off and on.